What is going on, guys? I'm back with another reaction video, and this time we got Dickhead Tapes, final episode of this. Yeah, so this will be the last video I do about this guy, because I pretty much know everything about this guy. Right now I'm kind of beating a dead horse, because so far everything they've shown me in these two episodes, I kind of know already, because I've done my research, and also they showed a lot of it during the Netflix series. So I pretty much know everything about this guy, what he did, what went through his mind, the case, the victims, all that stuff. I pretty much know everything. So now I'm done with it now. I'm bored of this guy. So yeah, my Jeffrey Dahmer phase is done. I'm bored. I'm done. So this will be the last video about this guy. I don't want to see this guy anymore. I'm done. So yeah, let's get into it.
Okay, this butt-naked young boy or man or whatever, he's fell out and people are trying to help him stand. He can't stand. He's butt-naked. He has no clothes on. He is very hurt.
So I think this is the call that was made regarding the 14-year-old Asian kid. I think it's that call where they called the officers, and then the officers came, and then they sent him back into his apartment.
In my sessions with him, Mr. Dahmer told me what he wanted was somebody perfectly compliant who would stay with him without fear of leaving.
I don't know, he should have got a dog, a cat, a gerbil, a hamster, a snake. You could have got a pet. This guy makes me sick. Oh.
Dahmer drilled a hole in his skull, injected muriatic acid, and was waiting to see if he'd succeeded this time because the others died from that injection.
As the defense attorney, how do you hear him saying this to you and you go, I'm still going to try to defend you in court? I would have walked out.
Two 18-year-old black girls protecting him from Dahmer. The police don't listen to those girls. They didn't even take their names. They kept telling them to be quiet, that they would arrest them if they kept talking.
I think out of the whole cases, I think this one's the worst. I think this one is just despicable. In all fronts, in every angle. You know, this guy getting drugged and put a hole put in his head. He comes out, these two black women trying to help him out. The police officers are becoming hostile towards these two black women for obvious reasons. And then they go, okay, you seem fine. All right, go ahead back in the apartment. I think this is the worst. Out of all the cases, I think this is the worst.
Dahmer shows the officers photographs that he took of this young man.
Bro, the pictures that they're showing of him, he looks like a child. He looks like he's, what, 11, 12? So how can these police officers see him in flesh, in person, and go, okay, you are old enough to be this guy's boyfriend? Like, how does this correlate? Like, this is bizarre.
Little do those officers know that in Dahmer's bedroom, Tony Hughes's dead body is on the bed, just laying there.
Bro, do you know how crazy? Do you know how crazy that is? I'm telling you, he's the luckiest person in the world. He has this kid right here. He somehow gets these two pricks to believe him. And then he has a corpse in his bedroom, just there chilling. And the officers don't go and check it out. Yo, I don't know how he got away with a lot of these stuff, man. Jeez.
Conrad Synthesophone was 14 years old and was one of the youngest of Dahmer's victims.
If that was my little bro and Dick had done this to him, yo, it's on site. It is on site. I don't care. It is on site. Yo, fuck sending him to prison. Yo, send him outside in the streets. We running this fade.
The police officers have been told to be respectful of the gay community in Milwaukee. And I think they probably were thinking they were being respectful.
Stop making excuses for these two imbeciles. They are imbecile. And they need to catch a fade as well. All three of these bitches need to catch a fade.
The family came to America 11 years ago with dreams of a better life. Instead, Jeffrey Dahmer has given them a grisly nightmare.
Girl, you really left your yard, put the jacket on, looked in the mirror and go, yes, I'm going to broadcast myself live in front of millions of people dressed like this. Really?
It's a horrible tragedy for the Synthesophone family. A sexual assault victim and a separate murder victim.
Just look at his picture. He looks like a child. He looks like a child. So I don't understand how you're a police officer. You look at this human being and don't go, okay, you are clearly underage. Let me take this guy. Let me take you away from this dude. Ugh.
The two police officers, John Balzerzak and Joe Gabrish, were fired from the Milwaukee Police Department.
See, to me, yo, that's not enough. that is not enough, because they can go find another job. You know, they can go to Primark, H&M, and they can get a job part-time, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. So that's not enough for me. They need, street justice needs to happen. Street justice needed to happen there. There's no way you are handing my little bro to a serial killer and then you just get fired. Nah. I had to put hands on both of you bitches. It'll be a handicap match for sure. I'll have both of you in the ring.
Are behind our police officers 100%.
Much of the white community is not convinced that racism is a problem in the police department.
These ignorant bitches. Look at them. It just makes me sick. I think people are willfully ignorant. I don't think they're blind to it. I just think they're willfully ignorant. I think they just want to believe what they want to believe. They don't want to educate themselves in the matter. So they just go, oh yeah, nah, it wasn't racism. They're just doing their job. Like, bitch, shut the fuck up. How about you shut the fuck up? How about that?
I feel that there is equal and fair treatment done throughout the community by our officers. They're trained that way.
I don't think that...
Is she fucking stupid? Oh my goodness. You don't see it, bitch, because it doesn't happen to you. You don't see it, bitch, because it doesn't happen to you or your family. You don't live through that for you to make that statement. Because it doesn't happen to you, it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen to other people. It's like, oh, I don't see any racism in our community. They're trained good. Like, what? Like, shut the fuck up. Some of you Caucasians, man. Oh, Jesus, please.
But then the two police officers went to circuit court to appeal their firing. The court agreed with them, reinstated them with back pay.
They fucked up royally. They get fired. They go to appeal it. They win it, and they get the jobs back. Oh my goodness.
It was important that I was non-judgmental and that I didn't put him into a position that would stop him from talking.
No, bitch. You should have judged him. You should have told him that you are an evil scumbag, you are a piece of shit, and I hope you die a slow, painful death, and I hope for all eternity you're down there in hell with Satan, suffering.
But it was opening the viscera of the body and having sex right there with the insides of the person.
This is the kind of stuff we got to put a stop to. This is not good. This is bad. And nobody out there should be thinking about emulating this BS.
That is nasty. I've heard people, making love to a watermelon. I know people, make love to like they dry hump their pillow. They buy little sex toys. I've heard of all of that shit, but this is taking it to a whole different level.
One night, I was sleeping, and this horrible smell woke me up about 2:30 in the morning.
Just imagine how bad the smell would have been inside the apartment. The people outside the apartment are smelling it in a whole different room. So it goes out your door, through the hallway, into my apartment that's across the hallway. Do you know how bad that smell would have been inside his house?
At one point, he drank human blood, again, somehow thinking in his disturbed way that this was going to connect him with the blood of the people that he was consuming.
This guy is nuts, his behavior is nuts. He seems like the embodiment of a Tumblr user. Like, if I drank their blood, if I ate a piece of them, that meant they're with me for the rest of my life. Like, what? Like, you're actually a fucking bitch. Like, fucking hell. I do not like this guy. I'm glad this is the last video I'm ever going to do about this dude, because I'm sick and tired of hearing this bullshit. I'm sick and tired.
He was attracted to people of color. This wasn't some hate crime. He was trying to become involved intimately with the sort of person towards whom he was attracted.
Me personally, I don't think I just think he had a preference. He thought Hispanic, Asian, black people were more attractive, so he targeted them.
Dahmer entered a plea of guilty. The only issue now was whether he was sane or insane.
It doesn't matter whether he's sane or insane. That doesn't matter. He belongs in a coffin.
Lionel was hoping that the court could give Jeffrey the help he needed.
Look, I could have helped Jeffrey, guys. I could have helped him easily. Proudly, I could have helped him. I could have helped him pick a coffin. I could help him pick a colored suit for his corpse when I inevitably put a gun bullet to the back of his skull. That's where I could have helped him.
I accept the responsibility of proving to you that this was not an evil man. This was a sick man.
I am a person that believes in second chances. I think America is the land of second chances, except for when it comes to this dude, Mr. Jabba the Hutt, you fat, slovenly, no good, lazy. Oh, come on, that's a little strong. And listen,
yo, you fat piece of shit, shut the fuck up. You can be sick and evil. Case in point here, him right here. He's both evil and sick. So don't try to split the two like it's two different things. He's both of those bitches.
This is, in fact, the picture of what he drew.
Not only is he a piece of shit, his drawing skills are appalling. Absolutely appalling. Ghastly.
Wendy Patrick has played a prominent role to soften Jeffrey Dahmer's image. Having a young woman sitting there made Jeffrey Dahmer look a little less threatening.
Yeah, I don't understand why this woman is backing him so much. I don't understand. It seems like she has a soft spot for Mr. Dickhead. I would never understand why. After the things that he told you, there's no way you can have any affection for that dude. There's no way.
The course of representing Jeffrey Dahmer, I received death threats from a number of different sources.
I'm not agreeing that the death threats were necessary, but I'm also not disagreeing.
He's out of control. He could not stop. He was a runaway train on a track of madness.
I like him. I like his vim. I like his energy that he's committing right there. He's telling them, yo, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you and fuck whoever loves you too. I like his energy, my dude. I like that.
That's something that troubled me. If a man who is preoccupied with having sex with corpses doesn't have a psychiatric disorder, then I don't know what we mean by psychiatric disease.
My bro, don't worry about that. My bro, don't worry about that. Don't ask the sort of questions, bro. He got locked up and he got killed in jail, just how it's meant to be. Don't worry about that. Don't stress yourself out asking those sort of questions to yourself. You don't need to know about that type of stuff.
I would like to say to Jeffrey Dahmer that he don't know the pain, the hurt, the loss, and the mental state that he had put our family in.
Wait, the actor that portrayed her in the Netflix series, she done her voice here to the T. She sounds exactly like the actress did. That actress done an amazing job because she sounded exactly like the mother did.
Don't fuck with me, Jeffrey. I'll kill you. God damn it. Look at me, motherfucker. I can kill you.
What's your name, fast?
Nah. Let her go, bro. Nah. They should have let her go. They should let her put hands on that boy. Let her go. If I was a police officer, I'd be like, yo, no. Get your hands off her. Let her run that fade with Jeffrey right there. Cause me, those 4 officers, they couldn't hold me like that. Nah, you need a whole army. You need a whole courtroom to hold me back away from this little bitch right there. I'm like, what? You needed to call Clark Kent to hold me back because, bro, there's no way these 4 guys are stopping me from putting hands on that bitch over there.
Saying an inmate wanted to be baptized. He said, you might want to sit down for this one. His name is Jeffrey Dahmer.
See me, I just said, no, fuck off. Fuck off. I ain't saving you spiritually. I ain't saving you physically. You can suck a dick.
He said, I'm going to be asked to put in general population. I said, Jeff, you're going to be dead shortly. We don't need any further loss of life.
Yes, we do. We need a loss of life from him. His life needs to get lost. That's what we needed. His life needed to get lost. Why is this girl defending him so much for? What's wrong with this chick? Yo, you weird too, girl. You need to get that work too. You and Jeffrey need to get that work.
Irony in all of this is that the first time that Mr. Dahmer killed was when he picked up some weightlifting equipment and took the life of Stephen Hicks. The whole thing came full cycle.
Oh, I never thought about it like that, Oh, okay. I never thought about it like that. The irony in that. Oh, that's beautiful. That's poetic. The universe has something for all of us. If you're out there doing that bullshit, yo, they got something special for you. And we all know that dickhead was on some weird shit. So, yo, the universe says, yo, we got some irony for you tonight, boy. Here you are.
Dahmer was probably one of the most celebrated prisoners in the Western Hemisphere. How is it that so prominent a prisoner could be executed in the prison?
Guys, why are you lot stressing out for no reason? Don't worry about that. You don't need to ask the sort of questions. What happened. He was on some bullshit, so he had to go.
I could not celebrate when he was killed. I can understand why some might, but I felt nothing but sadness.
Oh, fuck you too then, old man. I'll celebrate. That was a joyful day when I watched the Netflix series, when I saw his face get caved in. That was a joyful day.
There were still things that I wanted to know about him. There were still things I wanted to talk to him about.
Girl, if you want to talk to him, go to a medium and then you can talk to him spiritually. You can do that, bitch. Because you're acting weird. We don't need to know why he did shit, what was behind his motive, what was going through his mind. I don't need to know about that shit. He was crazy. He was a piece of shit. He was a dickhead. And he got what was coming to it. We don't need to know more about this guy. You know, he's not a superhero. He's not a superhero. Like, why are we so interested in about his backstory? I don't give a fuck. He was a weirdo and he got clipped. Good.
They were just trying to do what we're all trying to do. Survive. Live and enjoy the life that they've been given. Nobody deserves to die like that.
And that was the final episode of Dickhead Tapes. I mean, I've said what I've said before. I've said it in the Netflix series. I think I've said everything I've needed to say about these cases, about Jeffrey, about the whole situation, how I feel, my thoughts. I've already said everything about what I thought in the Netflix series. It's like, yeah, we know what he did was wrong. He's a scumbag, piece of shit. It's disgraceful how cops weren't really vigilant, how they didn't really take seriously the crimes because of where the crimes were located. And it's how all these guys got killed, all these black folks, all these Asian, they all got killed, and the police didn't really put an effort in to find out what happened. And it's how easily Jeffrey got away with these murders. Let's say if it was a couple of white folks got killed, would the police put more of an effort in to, find out what happened or whatever like this? If this case was, if he was doing this shit in Beverly Hills or Hollywood or LA, would he be able to get away with it? Or because he was doing it in the hood and was surrounded by, poverty and black people and different Asians and different type of people, that the police was like, you know what, they're dying over there, but we don't really care, but we'll do our jobs, but we'll do it kind of like not as seriously as they could. Me personally, I think we should never forget history. I don't think we should ever forget what happened. But I think it's important to learn from it. I think we shouldn't forget, but we should move on, but we should definitely learn from it. I don't think you should forget something. Like, some things are unforgettable, and history is a great way of, finding out the mistakes that we did in the past and learning from it. So, but the thing is, has the police improved since 1991? Has it improved? Slightly, but they're still on their bullshit. The police departments, they are still on their bullshit. So I feel like we are a long way from getting to a place where, there isn't any scumbags in the police force. That racism isn't here, or homophobia isn't here. We still got, we've made progress. Let's not lie here, we've made progress. Progress has been made throughout the years. Compared to the 90s, progress has been made. I don't know, I personally feel like there's always going to be evil people. There's always going to be good people. It's just, this is how we are as human beings. We are flawed. We are flawed people. And I personally don't think there's ever going to be a time where, let's say, racism just ends, or homophobia just ends, or there isn't any rapists, or there isn't any murderers. There's always going to be these type of people. I just personally think the best thing we can do is just just try to enjoy life as much as possible. You know, try to surround yourself with great people, amazing people, make new friends, travel as much as possible. Don't treat anyone as, you know, don't treat anyone badly. Don't be a dickhead. I mean, you know, we all have the times where we're pricks, but, you know, try to treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, help out your community. Just do little things. Just do little things to make other people's lives better. But that's why I'm doing this YouTube thingy. You know, I'm just trying to, just say a lot of dumb shit, say a lot of crazy things to make you guys smile as much as possible. That's why I'm just doing this. You know, just to, bring some sort of small entertainment in your life if you got time to watch it. This is why I'm doing it. Me personally. So, yeah, I mean, this is the last video I'm going to do about this prick. I think I've done enough of it. I've done enough. I've seen enough of it. I know enough about it now. I know everything about it. So it was hard for me to react to this 3 episodes because I've heard all of this. I've seen all of this. I know all of this. So I'm kind of just repeating what I've said before in the Netflix series reaction videos. It's like I'm just repeating myself. So yeah, this is gonna be my last video about Dickhead. He's in hell, suffering. I know that for sure. He got his comeuppance. He destroyed a lot of lives. He destroyed the community. So he got what he deserved. He was an insane piece of shit. Yeah, this is my reaction, guys. You know what to do if you liked it. Subscribe, all that, blah, 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 blah.